16 people were on board. This crash happened in Lockhart, Texas, just south of Austin. The balloon apparently caught fire before crashing into a field, according to sources. All of this happening just before 8 a.m. local time there in Lockhart, Texas. FAA investigators are on their way to the wreckage site. I want to bring in Mark Dumbroff, a former FAA official and an aviation official with the Department of Justice. So, Mark, as we try to find out more about how this happened, what the circumstances are, give us an idea how the FAA would investigate something like this.
Great. Thank you, Frederica. This is going to be investigated because obviously it's quite significant with 16 reported on board, and at least some reports are all dead. It's going to be reported or investigated just like an aviation accident. The National Transportation Safety Board will take the lead in the investigation like they would in any other aviation accident. The FAA will be a party to the investigation. In addition, there'll likely be representatives from the operator of the balloon. There may well be a representative from the manufacturer of the balloon. And over the course of the next several days, they'll be looking at everything from pilot qualifications, since the pilot of the balloon had to be certificated by the FAA and have certain kinds of training and minimum requirements to operate the balloon, to the balloon itself, to the burner unit, to the pre-flight planning. So virtually all of the same things, Frederica, that the government, that the NTSB and the FAA would look at in any aviation accident.
And again, all we know in terms of confirmation is that 16 were on board. It has not been confirmed to us the fate of those 16. And you mentioned there would likely be a certified, driver or pilot of that balloon. And when we hear just initial reports that there may have been a fire, and we know just above the basket is usually that flame, that assists with the, ascension and descension of the balloon. What are among the circumstances that you would know in cases that you've investigated in which a fire would be the cause of a balloon's fate?
Sure, you're exactly correct that the way the balloon goes up and down is by increasing the size of the flame, and the person, the pilot in the basket, the gondola hanging below the balloon where the passengers are, is the one who controls it. And you could have situations, and the NTSB will look at this, where a balloon might collide with a power line or some other obstacle, and the balloon envelope, the actual balloon itself, encounters the open flame. And so you could have a situation like that. You might have weather conditions, because a balloon not having a motor is really at the mercy of the wind, whether it's updrafts, downdrafts. You could have severe weather conditions potentially that were unexpected, unforecast, and not anticipated, which might create a situation where the balloon envelope itself is pushed over to such a degree that it encounters the open flame. But certainly the NTSB is going to be looking at all those possibilities.
All right. Mark Dumbroff, thank you so much for your expertise. Again, we're going to continue to follow the developments there involving this balloon, 16 people on board just south of Austin. And, of course, when we get more information, we'll bring it to you. Mark, again, thank you. We'll be right back.